you money and make money on them again. So it'll be a pretty exciting night to be able to explain to you exactly how this works. So let's go ahead and let's get started into it. Again, welcome to tonight's VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Compensation Plan discussion. And the first thing that we want to start out with is how do you actually get involved to make an affiliate bonus? And what is that affiliate bonus? We're going to talk about that. But remember, the things that were the most important to start a business: one, it's got to be super easy to do. Two, you've got to be able to build it very quickly. And three, it has to be very lucrative. Those three things are all the things that it takes in order for a business to be extremely successful, particularly a home business. And that's what we have right here at the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. We have, let me turn this volume off on my phone so we don't get disturbed by it. This is the magic in this, is that it's easy. It's easy to do because you do it every day anyway. You know, usually things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. Well, in this, because that's kind of like an old saying, whatever's easy to do is also easy not to do. And that's true with most of life. But in this, the things that are easy to do, you got to do them, right? You got to spend money. You got to do those things. So it's not easy not to do this. You have to do it every day, just as a normal part of your life, having expenses. So it's extremely easy, which makes it very quickly to be able to be built. And that makes it very lucrative. And how do you get involved? Well, first thing you got to do is you got to pay for and join as a member. And that includes an annual membership fee. That annual membership fee is the Business VIP platform, qualifies you for all the compensation in the plan. And that is $99 a year. I was just in Costco today. I think my Costco membership's up to like 130 or 150 bucks a year. I don't even know, really. I just know that I used to pay like 70, and now it's doubled basically. And I don't have any complaints about that. You know, it's still a great opportunity. And so you know, I think it's a great place to shop. And I know that this here today is an incredible opportunity at an incredible deal. And you can get into this. And now you have your annual membership. What do you do? Well, you can join and pay the 1 month subscription fee if that's what you choose to do. That's $150. And you go out and you put in all your receipts into the program. And it's going to be able to save you up to, or return back to you, I should say, $320 maximum each month in the cryptocurrency rewards program, meaning you're going to get $320 of the VMM token. And that's an incredibly valuable asset to have, because not only is it worth the dollars, it continues to go up in value, right? So you're going to spend 150, you make 320, that's $170, right? So you made $170. What'd you do? Nothing. Okay, you didn't do anything different, and you didn't have to call anybody, go get anybody, anything like that. As a matter of fact, if you're super lazy, you could just get the 1 month data receipt program. You don't even have to keep track of all your receipts. You can just pay $110 a month, keeps track of all your receipts. You have the subscription. That means instead of making $170, now you're making $60. That's okay. You're making a positive cash flow first thing right out of the chute in your business. You can't beat that. There's nothing out there that does that for you without having a garage full of stuff, right? This really does make you money. And even those companies where you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff and put it in your garage, you're not making money. You're not making money at all. It's costing you money to participate in that. This, you make money right from day one, and you didn't have to sell anything. That's a cool thing. Well, that's how you get involved in the program, and that's what you can do. There are other things you can do, and there are things that that you'll need to consider as you look at the program and how you get paid. The first thing you need to consider is getting the daily team bonus. Now, this is the part of the program that goes from just doing like the big data programs and all those things that you just do and you make money every month on. This goes from that to saying, okay, now I'm doing it, making money every month on, and I'm not doing anything different than I've always done. And you go out and you share it with other people that do the same thing as you. And when they start doing that, you start making money off of them. As a matter of fact, you can make a team bonus, which comes every day. You make also the leadership matching bonus, which it comes to each month, and then also the global sales bonus pool. Incredible opportunity there for leaders to be able to make a lot of money. So let's start right off with how the compensation plan works. Let's say you bring somebody in. In other words, you personally go and tell somebody about it, and you personally sponsor them. Or you go out and you say, listen, I want to start another account here for my child. I'm going to go ahead and start another position. Or I'm going to start another account here for my business. And so you start another position. That's a personally sponsored account, just like it would be a personally sponsored account if you brought somebody else in. Now, what you want to do when you first get started in this is you want to have six of those accounts personally sponsored by you, because the minute you do that, that puts you at a star level. Now let me back up here just a second. So you bring in six people or six accounts. Now, how do you bring those in? Well, you have to at least have one on each side, because this is a two-leg structure. In other words, you have a right side and a left side, and that's called a binary. And so you have to have at least one person on one side and one on the other side. After that, the other six can come. The other four of them can come. You can put all four on one side, so you'd have five over here and one over here, right? Or you could put two more on this side and one on this side, right? That gives you what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, you have to put three on this side and two on this side. That gives you six. Or you could put three on each side, right? It doesn't matter how you configure them, but you have to have at least one personally sponsored on each side, and then you can configure that however you want. After that, that qualifies you to be a star. Now, again, you can do that with accounts that you set up for your businesses, and you can get to a star right now. However, I want to suggest to you that you want to go out and share this with other people. When they see you're making money, they want to do it too. And so you want to be able to sponsor them in so that you can help them make money. And that's going to help you make more money, I promise. By doing it this way, sharing it with the people you care about, showing them that they don't have to do anything different than they've ever done before, and they can make money. As a matter of fact, your best way to do that when you're recruiting is to just send out one of the YouTube videos of the opportunity. That's a good way to do it. However, if you can get them to be on the live call, like tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we're going to have the English version of the opportunity being shared, and that's going to last about 20 to 30 minutes. I try to keep that to 20 minutes. And so they can listen to that, and they'll have what they need in order to ask more questions, and in order for you to be able to then ask them if they want to join. That's what you want to do. You want to put them on that call, and if you can't get them on the call, then send them the video at the very least. So what happens? Now you get six people in your organization, six that you personally sponsored, or six accounts personally sponsored. And what does that do for you? That is going to make you $10 a day. That's $300 a month. That's it. Now you make $300 a month. And you only need to personally sponsor six accounts into this program in order to qualify for all of the rest. That's the main qualifier that you need to do. Now it's just a matter of people in your business adding more people. Do you want to continue to add more people? Absolutely you want to, because that's going to mean you have more personal sponsorships, and you can make more money by bringing more people in. And I'll show you that here in a minute when we get to a thing called the matching bonus. You'll see why that's so important. And the people you bring in and you want to help them be successful, because that's going to help you increase your money that you're going to make. I mean, look at this. So you bring your first six people in, you personally sponsored them, you're making $10 a day. What happens next? Well, you help them be successful, right? So now all at once, you got those people on each side, and they're sponsoring, so you get 4 more here and 4 more here, or maybe you get 6 more here. So now you have 10 on one side and you have 11 on the other side. That qualifies you now to be a superstar, because you have 10 on each side. What does that mean? You double your income every day. Now you're making $20 a day. That's $600 a month. Matter of fact, you can go in your back office, like we talked about yesterday. You can go in that back office and you can watch that money come in. Go into your wallet and watch the money come in every single day and watch your daily pays come in from that. So what's the next thing you want to do? Well, you want to become a royal, right? So you could sponsor some more, or you just have to help your organization sponsor more people. That's good too. That's fine. Matter of fact, that's what you want to do. You want to help them. And now they've brought in more people. You have 25 on each side as a total for each side. So that's at least 50 people, right? That you've got in your organization. You have 25 on one side. You have 25 on the other side. Most likely you have 25 on one side and maybe 40 on the other side, right? Because nothing grows just perfectly even, right? So you have a minimum of 25 on each side. What does that do for you? Doubles your money again. Now you're making $40 a day. And look what happens. When you, again, increase that organization to where you're doing 100 people on each side as a minimum for each side, now you're going to make what? 100 people, you're going to make $120 a day. Is that a big deal? Certainly is. That's $3,600 a month. And you can continue to grow from there. From the bronze, now you were royal, now you're bronze with 50, and you continue to go up that tree and continue to build your organization until you get to diamond. And at diamond, you add a third leg, and you start getting paid on that third leg when you hit 400 people in it. Now remember, you don't have to have any more directly sponsored than that first 6. I would advise that you do sponsor more, and you let that first 6 build for you. And you help this organization grow. Well, what's the next thing that you're going to do? What are you going to qualify for? Well, let's take a look at that, because now let's look at the leadership matching bonuses. So first of all, you have to achieve the bronze. Remember what the bronze was? The bronze, let's just go back real quick to refresh your memory. The bronze was you have 50 people at a minimum on each side, right? So, or 49, 50. I just say 50, makes it easier. So you have 50 people on each side, and then you also have to have somebody in your organization that's a royal. What are the chances of you having a royal when you have to have that many people on each side? Very, very high. So you have a royal now in your organization. That means they have 25 on each side, right? And now you get qualified for the matching bonus. Now, to understand the matching bonus, you understand you have the binary tree. That's everybody who comes in. Regardless of who sponsors them, they fall into this binary tree. However, a sponsorship tree is different, right? These are the people that you personally sponsored. So you have 6 that you personally sponsored. So you have those. They're on your first level, right? And now you're going to get 5% once you achieve the bronze with a royal in your organization. You're going to get 5% of a matching bonus of the income that is being paid. And that's a daily bonus that you'll receive. And then take a look at it. As you become a silver, you now get 2 levels. So you have your first level, and then everybody that they personally sponsored, you're making 5% on that. And then the next level is 5% of everybody they've sponsored. Do you see how that looks for you as this income, that 5% continues to grow? Now, of course, these are here just for example purposes, but this can grow into a tremendous amount of money for you on a daily and on a monthly basis. Then let's look at the third way that you make money in this plan. It's called the global bonus pool. So what happens, they take 3% of the monthly global sales and they divide that by 6 titles. So from the diamond and up, you're able to make, let's just say it's 100,000, right? Just for easy numbers, let's say it's 100,000. 100,000 is the 100% total. If you become a diamond and you're the only diamond, you get 15% of that. What is that? That's $15,000. However, let's say that you now become a blue diamond and somebody else becomes a diamond in your organization or somewhere in the company, somebody else becomes a diamond. Now, that 15% of that 15,000, because there's 2 of you in there, you each have a point, you split that, right? So now you're each going to get 7,500, but you're the only one in blue diamond. So you get that whole thing because there's only 1 point in there, 1 person, and you're going to get that 15,000. That means between those 2 spots, those 2 positions, or those 2 ranks I should say, that you've achieved, you're going to make $22,500. And this, my friends, I will tell you, big money is paid out to leaders in this kind of compensation plan. This global bonus pool will be a very large part of your check, probably a larger part of your check than the other ones combined. That's how big this can become if you really put your effort into it and you become one of the leaders in this company, one of the leaders of your friends, helping your friends become wealthy, helping them build something for their family is going to help you build it for your family. So what are the conditions then to achieve all the benefits? Well, we've just talked about some of those, and I just want to look at the ranks real quick here. You see a star down here in your bottom right-hand corner. You'll see that, and then that's the one you start with, right? And then as you go up to the top left-hand corner, this is the Crown Royal. This is where you make the most money in this program. So let's talk about then, let's go back and let's talk about star again. I want to review this one more time so that you understand. When you come in as a star, what that means is now you have an active monthly subscription for yourself. Now that can be either the monthly subscription that you're paying for, or that may be a big data program that you purchase. If you're in any of the big data programs, you automatically have the monthly membership taken care of for you, which is a really cool thing when you consider you put in, maybe you go for the $5,400 5K program, the big data 5K. If you do that, now you're going to make $10,210 in 10 months. That's incredible, right? That's like over a 200% more that you've earned than you put in. So that is and on an annualized basis anyway. That is a really incredible amount of money to be able to make. And so that's what you have to have. You have to have a monthly membership, or you're paying the $150 a month. Either one, doesn't matter. And then you must personally sponsor 6 members into the business, and they each must have an active membership. All right, so that either means that they are that they have joined as a member, right? That they have paid their $100 towards it, and that they are in the they're in the system. They're doing their subscription, and so now you're going to make now you're going to qualify for that, and you must have a minimum of 1 personally sponsored person on each side. Remember, we talked about that, how that works. So that's what you're going to do. You have a minimum of 1 person on each side, and you're going to, this description that you'll see here today shows an even amount that you put on both sides. Does it have to be that way? No, we've discussed that. You could have 1 and 5 over here. You could have 2 and 4 over here. In this case, they've got 3 and 3. Any way that you want to structure it that you think is going to be the best for your team is what you want to do. Then what happens? You just keep that structure, right? You keep this structure. You make sure that the membership fee is paid. And now, because that membership fee is paid on each of these, you bring in or help your business, help your people that you brought in, bring in 4 additional people on each side. You think you could do that? I think so. If you got 3 on one side and 3 on the other, that means that only a couple of them need to sponsor. Once they've each got 2 people have 2 sponsorships, that gives you the minimum of 10 people. Now you've gone from making the $10 a day to $20 a day. How easy is that to do? It's very easy for you to do. The second, then you go on to Royal, right? This is where we talked about 25 people total in your organization. Remember, you always have to have that 6. You always have to have that 1 that would be on each side. I always believe that if you want to have 6 that you personally sponsored and they stay active, that you want to make sure you sponsor a few more than 6. Personally, I believe you should sponsor as many people as you can, because the more you sponsor, the more you're going to see your income rise, and the more you're going to be able to use those people to help other people in your organization. You go to whoever's working, you have somebody that you're sponsoring, you make sure you put it in their organization, because that's anywhere below you. You're still going to make money off them. It does not matter. As a matter of fact, you could even give your sponsorships away if you wanted to, as long as they're not too far away from you. You know, maybe 1 level down, if that's necessary to reward somebody. However, I really think that the sponsorships that you do, that should not be very often that ever happens. I wouldn't promote that as something that you do regularly, or if at all, because somebody has to really be working hard in order to do that. But it's happened in the past and proven to be very a good strategy, but mostly you want to make sure that you sponsor them yourself. And look at this, and you get 50 people on each side, and we can continue through this all the way until we get to the platinum. At the platinum, you have 500 on each side. That's just total number of people on each side. And in order to increase from $9,000 a month in income, you become a diamond, and that means you've built up a minimum of 400 people. Once you hit 400 people, then you get paid as a diamond. So it doesn't start at the first one or the first 20 or 50 or 100. That leg, it's your third leg you've started, that leg does not pay you until you have 400 people in it, and then you're making $15,000 in monthly income off of that. And again, once you hit that diamond, you're also getting leadership bonuses. And look at the amount of money that you make as you continue to go to Crown Royal. That's $150,000 a month in income. Now remember, this is just $150,000 a month in the VMM token. That's what you're getting. You're getting the VMM token. Remember, you can turn that into cash if you want. You can go ahead and sell it if that's what you want to do, or you can keep it to build real wealth for your family. What do I mean? Well, let's take a look at this. I love showing this Doja coin because it's the dog, right? I mean, this is a coin that really doesn't do anything. The cool part about the VMM Cashback token, it really does something, right? It really saves you money. It's a real thing. Here's the Doja coin. If you'd have invested $100 in 2015, do you realize 5 years later you'd make $772,000? That's incredible. And I was just looking at it today. Doja coin is continuing. It's going up in value again. It came down, but it's going back up in value. For what? Because of supply and demand. Remember this. Not only do you have a coin that's legitimate, right? That really does something. You also have a coin, or a token, I should say. You also have a token that has a low supply and a high demand. How do you think this went up? This went up because it had a low supply and a high demand. Right now, since 1st of January, it was at 0.0001 cent. The token was. So for $100, you've got a lot of tokens, right? Now, that same token is worth 0.00004. So it's gone up 4 times in 3 months, right? 4 times. Now that $100 is worth what? $400? Pretty simple math. And that's what I believe you'll continue to see as you watch this coin and you hold on to that. You can sell some, because everybody's got to live. You can sell some, but you want to keep it because this is really going to build the wealth for you and your family. You don't want to give this up. What do I mean when I say that? Well, I'd like to take a look at the roadmap here. The roadmap for the VMM token. I think this is so important to understand. Look at this. V-Link Pay already launched. We got the Dubai, matter of fact, we got the Dubai trip package. So you can come in with the 5,400, in other words, the 5K program. That's a Dubai trip program. So now you have your whole Dubai trip. It's an all-inclusive trip. That includes travel, food, bonuses, all the things that you're going to get while you're there, and your trip home, everything is included in that. It's all inclusive. You don't have to worry about it. Matter of fact, if you're one of the first 50, and I know there's some of them on this call that are the first 50, you're going to get $500 in cash when you get there. So you're not only going to get the trip all inclusive, you'll get some money. Now, if you're in the second group and you come in, you're going to get $300 cash. Is that okay? Heck yeah, man. 300, 500, 200. Get in so you have some cash when you get there because everything's being paid for anyway. Really a cool program. So that's coming in July. And then the Meta Mall is launching. However, this fourth quarter one I think is really important. Maybe you could focus on this just a little bit as you look at it. It says, listed on 2 more exchanges and on CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is a very big deal because that's where all the legitimate coins or the legitimate tokens will get listed. We will be there. We're legitimate. And so we will be on that list. And also, you see it's got those 2 more exchanges. We get on 2 more exchanges. Do you understand what that means? That means that now in-house on the exchange, you can buy and sell that token. There's a lot more demand than there is tokens available right now. So that causes it to go up. But what do you think when there's more exchanges? What do you think that demand is going to be? And what do you think is going to happen to the price of the token? So today is the day to do this. Today, you're going to get more tokens than any other time going forward. This is the day to do this. Tomorrow is a good day to do it, but not as good as today because the valuation continues to go up. Get yourself anchored. Get your friends anchored in at this low price today because I'm telling you, it's going up, man. And listen, I've been involved in cryptocurrency market for quite a few years now. I've written white papers for initial coin offerings. I used to have a big mining operation up in the mountains here in Utah, up near a place called Helper. There was an old abandoned mine that they had. Actually, it was a coal mine, if you can believe that. They had to cover it over because there was a fire in it, it killed some people. And so they covered that over back in the early 80s and bought that coal mine because it had a 5 megawatt generator on it. And it had these probably $10 million in buildings that were already there. They just need to be cleaned up so you could stack the computers in there, and it's cold up there, so you didn't have to pay for all the air conditioning. Anyway, it was a great place to mine, and I sold out my interest in that. But I'm telling you, I understand what is good and what is bad in this business. I've seen plenty of people get in trouble, friends even, for trying to raise money on a token that has no value, or just stealing the money really for themselves that they raise. That's the cool part about this. The token is not being used to raise money for the company. It doesn't need that. The money will go to those who own the token. Is that cool? That is so cool that you can do this now and really reap the rewards for it. And then I want you to notice, you can go through all the rest of these in this map. But the one thing I want you to notice is in 2026. So that's how many years? We're talking 3 years out, right? It's not even 3 years now. It'll even be here sooner than that, right? Because we're in 2023 and we're a quarter of the way into it. 26, it will be listed on at least 5 exchanges, in my belief. And look at the expected price to be 10 cents. I think we're going to blow through that way early on. As a matter of fact, here's what's going to happen. This is going to happen so quickly. All these big data programs that we offer, they will end up going away because the company will not need that anymore to help you make money. You will be making money because of your continuation of staying in the program. And it doesn't need to sell any more of those packages in order for this to work. So you want to get in there. Hey, just do this. Do yourself a favor and get on this while you can. Let's take a look, just as a parting thought. Let's look at what it takes, how you make your money in this. Remember, you make your money, first of all, when you first come in, you don't have to recruit anybody, right? You just come in, become part of the cashback reward system, make up to $320 a month, net $170 a month out of that. That's a good deal, right? And then if you just keep the token, number two, look at what happens to the valuation of the token. The valuation of the token is going to go up, in my belief. And I think it's already been proven. It's gone up 4 times since January. 4 times the amount of money you put in is now that much more valuable. So those who got in early made the money. Third way you can make it is to make the big data packages. Buy a big data package. It's just such a no-brainer. I don't care which one you get, but it's a no-brainer to get that package. And once you've done all the things that you really don't need to go out and tell people about, but you will because you're excited about it. Once you start telling people, now you get into number 4, where the affiliate network, you start making money. That's all of the money we just talked about for helping people to make money. So what does it really take to get started? Here's what it takes. You just do what you've always done. Consume. You have to. You got to eat. You got to pay for gas. You got to do all those things. And start saving, or I like to say making money, because you're going to make the VMM token back each month. And then once you're doing that and you're making money in the program, It's time to go out and share it with others and build yourself a huge business. I'm excited for where we're going and the map that we have for this company and for the leadership that's in this company. I'm excited because we have a great CEO. This is a man who spends tireless and endless hours working on this program. I know there's a lot of exciting things going to happen, and maybe if he's on tonight, he can share with you maybe one of those things, of some of the great things that he's working on. And he's a great presenter. He is just, and he's a brilliant guy. I've just come to respect Brian Wynn so much in my journey here with the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. And I appreciate his leadership, and I appreciate his hardworking and honest way of dealing with people. So I thank him very much for that. And so as we're getting to the end of this, I just wanted to take just a minute and ask Brian if he would mind sharing tonight for just a minute anything that he is excited about that he's working on right now, because I know there is at least one thing he's been working on. Brian, are you there? It looks like he might not be near his phone. And so that's okay. That's great. We appreciate him being here. David, I always call on you because you are you're like my building buddy. Really, you have just become such a good friend since I've come on to this program and have had a chance to meet with you and talk with you and see your excitement. I've watched your excitement level change from like here to like boom up here. And I'm sure you never expected that to happen in your life. Could you come on for just a minute and talk to me about where you're at as far as rank and what it's taken for you to do that?
Yeah, I love being on these calls. I love listening to you talk. And yeah, you're a good friend. The whole everyone in this business is good people. But yeah, let's see, where am I at? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 big data packages.
Wow, dude, you are rocking it.
Yeah. I'm greedy.
You are a greedy guy. That's what I like about you.
Yeah, and then I do have a 3-month package too where I upload receipts because I think it's important for me to know all of the packages.
Yeah.
So that way I can share each one and know all about them.
Yeah, know how they work.
Yeah, and my rank, I'm a star, so I get my
That's
$10
awesome.
every day. Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That is fantastic. Yep. That's the first and most important step.
Yep. And we're right now I'm working with Hong Rosa, you know, to
and
get
she
to
sponsored you, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and she's helping me plan out. We're basically setting up my foundation for the future, kind of like what you've talked about on other calls. You know, getting it all ready, and it'll hit a point where it just explodes.
Yes.
And it's just so crazy how it all works. I mean, but it does.
Yeah, it does. And I'm so excited to have you in and have you really become such a part of the team and in building here in the USA. And together we're going to do some great things with everybody on this call. So thank you so much, David, for participating, being on the calls with me, and always having something wonderful to add to the testimony of why this is working so well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm excited because I mean, it's only been 3 months since it started.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine where it's going to be 3 years from now.
Oh, dude, you and I are going to be sitting on the beach, I promise.
Drinking mimosas.
Yeah, you got it. Well, thanks everyone for being on the call. Special shout out to David for coming on the call, and I'm excited to talk to all of you tomorrow morning. Be sure and bring somebody to the call tomorrow morning, where we're going to do the opportunity call at 9 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks so much, folks. Have a great night.